Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2017, and we're here finally at the Europa League knockout round stage against Athletic Club de Bilbao and their manager Ernesto Valverde, which is a brilliant name. But very quickly I'll just go over some fixtures and things like that. We're not going to do one, we're not going to do two, we're going to do three commentaries in this video because I love you all so much. Yeah, we're going to do the two knockout legs and the FA Cup fifth round game against Liverpool, and then the next video we'll have the EFL Cup final against Sunderland. We are still technically on for a quadruple here, and I hope we do it because this is only going to be a one season thing now, I've decided, because I feel like this has gone on for too long. My schedule has been kind of erratic, and I apologise for that, but there are various reasons. But I decided that it's essentially one season or bust now because we're in position and we could blow it and do a massive bottle job, but at the same time we could do a quad, so who knows. So yeah, we're going to play Bilbao at home in a moment, and also it's because I want to get onto a new save, which I'm going to be telling you about when the match starts, so that'll be good. I'll talk about the team I'm going to go. That's going to be my main save for Football Manager. This was of course only meant to be a beta save. I kind of wanted it to be finished by now, but there you go. So yeah, just a quick reminder, this is how the table looks then. So we've drawn level on points with Arsenal. So if we just go over the last few games since you were last with me. 2-0 victory over Crystal Palace, Eric Lamela and Eric Dyer. So Eric's getting the goal there. A late 85th minute penalty from Harry Kane secured us a win, coming from 1-0 down to come back and win 2-1 against Hull here, as you can see, Musa Sissoko and Harry Kane penalty. And lastly, Sunderland, who of course were going fairly decent guns in the Premier League this season, not at all like their real life counterparts. Harry Kane once more scoring, but he's been relegated to the bench. Harry Kane off of this game. Let me just get the tactics screen open here. Yeah, he's on the bench. Mauro Icardi, although not in the best of form in the world, still is our leading goal scorer and is still by far the best player in this team. So we're going to play him here today against Bilbao, and it is the bog standard back four that you all know. For Tottenham, with Eric Dyer in a ball-winning midfielder opposition, Ali and Dembele, Son, Lamela and Icardi. We've got Harry Kane to come on and Christian Eriksen as well, if necessary. So we'll get into this one here. So this is the first of three games. If you're wondering why the video length is like 3 times more than the regular, that's because, as I say, I wanted to do 3 in 1. Just, really kill, well, I was going to say kill 2 birds. It's more like 6 birds with 1 stone. Mikel San Jose are playing for these, of course. This was a player who I think Liverpool, who, if you remember, it was about 8 years ago. I want to say, yeah, 2009, 2010. We made an alright profit on him, I guess. But yeah, he annoyed me because I remember seeing his name in the Europa League for Bilbao, I think it was, and I was like, oh god, we've let him go. Why? He's actually a decent player. So that was really frustrating. Other than that, I don't. Oh, and Laporte, player who has completely gone over my head. I was with a friend the other day, and I said, "Who's Laporte? Why is he in special?" And he was like, "You've never heard of Laporte? You play Football Manager on YouTube, like professionally, and not semi-professionally then, and you've never heard of Laporte?" And I was like, "No." I don't know what happened there. There's always one player that always goes over your head, isn't there? Anyway, that's easy for Lloris there. So if we could get a couple of goals here, that would be really handy, and maybe keep a clean sheet. That would be extra cool. Now, talking about the team that I want to go, I may have mentioned this on previous videos. However, I've certainly mentioned it on Twitter. I've even showed the potential thumbnail for this series. So if you follow me on Twitter, you probably know who this is. But there's 1-0, Eric Lamela, thumping finish. That's his 6th goal of the season. He's coming into some really good form now, Eric Lamela. Been very split on him over the last few years, certainly in real life as well as on the game. He's very up and down. He can be sublime, scoring that Rabona a while back. I think it was a year or 2 ago now. But also he can be equally ridiculous. And here's a chance for 2. It's blocked. It's Danny Rose off the post. Son will put it in. That is 2-0, and we're only 13 minutes gone. Son Heung-min has his 9th goal of the season. Goodness me, where's this come from? I know we're banging the goals in and stuff, but I didn't think it'd be this quickly and this early. Now, Football Manager, as it always does, will inevitably give a goal now to the opposing team. Oh no, or at least a highlight. Usually you can sense when a goal's coming. I can still sense something here, but Alderweireld does really well. Almost unmarked, barely. Here's Icardi. Got a chance here, maybe. Oh my, skipped away from him. Oh, Son was a bit too slow on the ball. I thought he had something. There was a player making a run into the ball. Oh, wait, Lamela. I've jinxed him again. He's coming into good form, apparently, and then he misses a one-on-one. Oh, it should be 3-0. Tie should be over. Well, ties are never over on Football Manager unless you have about a 9-goal lead, and even then you're not quite sure. Because the amount of comebacks we've seen on these in these ties in Europe and so on. But anyway, getting back to my original point, the team I want to go is someone who I've not. In fact, it's a country that I've not seen. I'm not going to country, by the way, but we're going to a country that I've never seen on YouTube before on Football Manager, and that is South Africa. I think they're the only African team, or sorry, the only African nation that are available out of the box. Of course, you can download various databases and add-ons and so on that will give you other African countries and their teams. So you can go there's some really weird names in them African countries. Right, let's just say, don't get complacent. That's fine. I will take that. Let's start. I think there's one in Botswana. It's like Botswana Meat Packaging Company or something. Look them up. It's absolutely bizarre name. Google like Botswana Meat FC or something and something will come up. It's an absolutely mad name. Anyway, we're going to go to South Africa in particular, and it will be a team known as Ajax Cape Town. And if that name sounds familiar, that is because yes, they are in fact related to Ajax, or they are associated with Ajax in Holland. And I don't know how it works exactly. I don't know if they're like a feeder team or if it's their way of gaining, good youth players, developing good youth in Africa. Because of course, I mean, Africa on Football Manager traditionally, when the regens really start coming through, is an absolute hotbed of talent, and you can pick up some genuine quality, like world class quality. And I think sort of Ajax have had an idea here and thought, well, Football Manager says that obviously it's not just Football Manager, but it is genuinely considered to be a good place to scout and find young players. Look at the amount that have come through over the last few years. And Icardi wraps it up. That is 3-0. I'm sorry, but there is no chance of Bilbao coming back now. Easy as you like. We have absolutely torn them apart here. And Icardi, I've got to say, that was really strange because the amount of times we've seen a player miss from there. I mean, one thing I can say absolutely will praise Football Manager this year, we are not seeing as much of the ridiculous shooting from angles. Like the way they're at like a 45-degree angle, and it's like you will never score. The only player I've ever seen score from that angle is Luis Suarez, and that was kind of ridiculous. I think I was against Sunderland about 3 or 4 years ago. Anyway, there's a lot of that, and they are actually scoring a lot more now, and it feels a lot more, I want to say realistic, shall we say. Yeah, realistic. So yeah, I was quite good. And I keep getting distracted by the game. Ajax Cape Town, that's going to be the save. That is going to be the save here. We're going to try and bring through, some quality African talent to Ajax Cape Town. Maybe even use some of the quality players they get through in their own academy and use them in our team. And the aim ultimately is a strange one, but it's to win the Club World Cup. Now I know a lot of you are going to be going, well, that's a bit of a shit trophy, but here's the thing: it's about the audience mentality here, because in Europe, the Club World Cup, which of course is hosted just before Christmas every year, where all the Champions League winners of the various continents come together in one big tournament. In Europe, it is generally considered a bit naff and sort of like, oh, well, we might as well. And it's all about the title of being best football club in the world. I remember Liverpool about 12 years ago now, we played, and I think we lost to Sao Paulo in the... you're on fire. That's not good. Put him out. I remember we lost to Sao Paulo, and it was not good. We had like 3 goals ruled out incorrectly as well for offside, so that was a bit bollocks. Anyway, getting back to the Tottenham game. I mean, that's in the future. I'll probably talk about that again at a later date. Let's see. This is the social feed. A lot of people are now getting a little bit annoyed by the social feed. I think the novelty is wearing off. This was something I didn't highlight before the game, but we were on the verge and have such broke the record unbeaten streak. So I think the last defeat, in fact, was against Barcelona on the 6th of December. And since then, well, we've pretty much won every game, bar a draw at Bournemouth and bar still a good draw against Man City. We have won every game, admittedly still conceding plenty of goals along the way, but still, it's a good run. Right, I'm going to go fast forward now to the FA Cup game against Liverpool, which is on Sunday. So I will join you in a second. Let's hope no injuries happen, because God forbid, that would be terrible. Okay, so here we are back into the tactics screen, and we're about to play Liverpool. So this is the team we have here: Lloris, Trippier, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Rose, Wanyama, Ali, Dyer, Lamela, and Icardi once more. I am tempted to play Kane here. However, I'm going to give Icardi a bit more of a chance. I think dropping him after one game where he did score, am I talking about? But he didn't give a great performance, shall we say. He wasn't the dominating self that he usually is. So yeah, I think this. I'm gonna take this completely seriously. I'm not gonna. I've only rotated really one player, and that's Trippier. Just to give Kyle Walker a rest for the game against Bilbao on Thursday. So Liverpool going in as the favourites, so there's not much between us here. Let's have a look at their team. Okay, so they are rotating a touch. They've got Danilo, who they obviously have brought in here for 6.25 million from Real Madrid. That's quite a good deal, actually. Clavan is playing. Kevin Stewart, bizarrely, is at left back. I don't understand that one at all. I would feel very unhappy if Klopp started playing Stewart at left back, but then again, he played Milner there, and it seems to have worked a treat so far. Lucas is playing. They've got Origi up top. Yeah, they've got Berardi on the bench, and Shea Ojo and Joe Gomez, and Shamal George, who of course was the player who during pre-season, as you can see, he's a goalkeeper. He came on and actually played out in the regular. I think he was up front actually, and he nearly scored. He did a really good job, to credit to him. He's only 18, so fair play to him. But yeah, we're just going to carry on here now. I wouldn't be absolutely crestfallen if we lost this one because, we still have a chance to win a trophy. We could still win the Premier League. But the longer that the opportunity to do the quadruple goes on, okay, it's not the quadruple, but it's 4 trophies nevertheless. And Divock Origi nearly runs it into the net, just like through sheer force of will. I must say, it is weird commentating against Liverpool. I've not actually done this for a long time against Liverpool, and you're kind of not sure what to do, especially lately because Liverpool have been playing so well. So you have to adjust your mind slightly and go, oh, okay, so they're not going to come out and score 3 inside 20 minutes. Okay, that's fine. and also Mauro Icardi is playing for Tottenham. That's also something I have to change there. Now, Coutinho, who I've got to say, a lot of people talking about, he's the best player. Oh, what a save, Lloris. He's, the best player at the moment in the Premier League. And to a certain extent, I agree. I don't think he is the best. He is, I would say, it's either him or Hazard as being the most in form. And that's the thing about Coutinho. He's very much a form player. Or if the team is playing well around him, then he plays well, type thing. I mean, you've heard the idea. I mean, let's just use Luis Suarez, for example. Not that he would ever have a bad game. But if he was playing badly in 13-14, then the team didn't play well. It's the other way around with Coutinho. It's very strange. Because I've clicked the button there. Sorry about that. His chance here is Coutinho. And, well, that's a classic Coutinho because what he can do, he can score the biggest thunder bastard you'll ever see, and then he gets about 6 yards out and passes it to the goalkeeper. We've seen that on several occasions, and I will give credit to the game there because he's got it dead right. And if the game had any real sense now, what it would do, it would have Coutinho line up around about here and score, as I say, an absolute thunder bastard bolt thing. Yeah, it's so good, it's a thunder bastard bolt. That's what we're going to have to call one of them now. Anyway, here we go. Wanyama steps in. This is a very scrappy game. Not many chances. We seem to be sort of lugging the ball forward, but because of chance here. It's 1-0. It's Icardi, and it's his 17th goal of the season, and it's his birthday of all things as well. He's marked his birthday with a goal. Absolutely delighted for him there. So yeah, quite a scrappy game, but as I say, Liverpool's line was doing a really good job up to this point, but we got one chance and it's been taken for Icardi. So 1-0. We haven't got one foot in the quarterfinals or anything, but certainly we're in a good position. But here's Divock Origi. I think I'm not sure about what happened there. But Liverpool, as you can see, are having the most of the game so far. 10 shots. Only 2, admittedly, have been on target. And now Vertonghen has a bruised head. Well, I'm not risking anything in an FA Cup game, so I'm going to have to take him off. So we will bring on... Actually, I've just realised I haven't got any centre-back. Right, we're going to have to swap him for Eric Dyer, unfortunately, and bring on Christian Eriksen. Yeah, I think that works for me. Okay, here we go then. I think really just keep it as it is for now. I've not really made any changes. As I say, I brought Eriksen on and to make sure that Dyer can play at centre-back. As I say, I didn't want to risk anything. And now here come the injuries. Here we go then. Son Heung-min has a twisted knee. Again, I am not risking anything. Let's bring on slightly depleted Sydney Sam, who really has gone off the boil. He was so good at the start of the season, And now, oh, chance. Wow, okay, Divock Origi has just missed a header. Pretty much an open goal from about 5 yards out. Oh dear. Yeah, Sam has been, I mean, you saw at the start, he was absolutely on fire. And he hasn't at all. Oh, he's not done anything. I was going to say, I'm trying to flatter him a little bit, but I can't. He's been rubbish. He's been absolutely crap for pretty much since like December time, I want to say. So anyway, here's a chance for Liverpool, for Tottenham maybe. This would really kill the game off, I think, if we got a second one. And Kieran Trippier, what are you doing, son? He's Hugo Lloris to the rescue. Goodness me. Piazza there, I think is how you say it. And now Icardi is also injured. Right, this is getting silly now. Kane's going to have to come off the next... We're going to have a shitload of injuries, by the way. Can I just say? We're going to have to keep defensive. And hopefully the game will run through. It is. There's 30 seconds here. That might just about be it. Well, really, I mean, Liverpool had all the chances and stuff, but we've not really seen too many of them. We had the... we've seen the Origi header. We've just seen one then. They have not taken the chances. Hugo Lloris, the hero, you have to say. What's his rating? 6.9. You know, because that makes sense. Impressive victory. Why not? Yeah. Well, Mauro Icardi, the hero once more. Hugo Lloris, the hero. So let's have a look then at some of the injuries. So here we go. We are into the 6th round. That's really good. Son is out for 2 weeks. Icardi, use the club doctor. He'll be fine. Vertonghen, a week, considering that'll affect his fitness. Right, so that's actually not too bad. We'll have a look at the draw then for the 6th round. See who we get. Now, if I recall, there weren't too many big teams left, and holy Christ, there's a lot of injuries. Thankfully, that's only the youth team. Yeah, really? I was gonna play Kane anyway. It didn't matter. Let's have a look at the draw then. Let's see if the game will ever load. Let's see. So, yeah. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting it to be that weak. Okay, we are by far the strongest team left in the competition. And this is where we get West Ham. You got Burton Albion, Coventry City, Coventry, Hull, Newcastle, QPR, Sheffield Wednesday, Tottenham and West Ham. That would be a really strong pot if that was from like 1972. Goodness me, right. QPR, I'd happily play QPR. One of those two is going to be in the FA Cup semi-final. God almighty. West Ham, Tottenham. We've got to go to the Olympic Stadium. It's happened again. We've got the only... Oh no, Hull are also the Premier League team, but quite frankly, they are so shit that you wouldn't actually think of them as a Premier League team. One of those two is going to be in the damn semi-finals, and Newcastle versus Coventry. Coventry City, I mean, good God. They haven't been relevant since 2002, and probably being generous. I'm slagging off a lot of teams here. Maybe I'm getting a bit cocky and a bit bullish. Anyway, let's have a look at the social feed then. Very impressive scenes. What a result, I suppose. Brilliant results. Yeah, everyone's very happy. Boy, Icardi can play it. I mean, you can kind of get an idea of what it is if you've not played the game. You can see what the social feed is all about now. Not far to travel. Yeah, so it's a derby. As I play this, in fact, Tottenham are due to play West Ham tomorrow, so you can get an idea of the time I'm recording this in. So we've got one more game to go in this episode. It is going to be San Mamés against Athletic the Club de Bilbao. So I'll join you for that in a second. Okay, here we go into the final match of the episode. It's going to be Athletic Club de Bilbao away from home. We hold the 3-0 lead over them, and this is the team then. So it's pretty much as you were. Dyer, Alderweireld, Rose, Trippier, Wanyama, Ali Dembele, Lamela, Ericsson out left. I know I'm not a big fan of it, but I need to continue giving him games or he's going to pipe up and get annoyed. And we've got Harry Kane up front. Incidentally, Mauro Icardi is not injured. He's on the bench. He's just, his condition is a little bit down. That's it. No real big deal, to be honest with you. The game's overdoing it. I thought it was overdoing it when it said 2 to 3 days. I thought, no, that's like 5 days in between the game. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, that should be 4 days, I beg your pardon. I can't do maths. Once again, Dele Alli is... Oh, then again, I am playing him in a slightly lesser role of his. So we've got two advanced... Don't really need two advanced playmakers, to be honest with you. Do you know what? We'll have him in a deep-lying playmaker role then, so that I am going to be a little bit more conservative with this team. Or this time around, because obviously they're going to be basically going for it. They're going to absolutely, or at least I think they're going to come out the blocks flying, so I'll just tell them not to get complacent. I might just sit them slightly deeper, just for now, because, as I say, I've played this game way too much now to notice this trend of sort of massive comebacks, I guess. I was trying to think of the best way to say it, but huge comebacks. If we get an away goal, I was wanted to say like that, then that really should be game, set, and match. But we all know Football Manager, as I say, and we've seen it happen in real life as well. It's not a thing on the game there. I'm not ripping on the game. It's just it is entirely possible, especially when we're away from home. But the early storm seems to have settled. In fact, Bilbao haven't. Oh, there we go. I was about to say they haven't even had a shot. But quite frankly, this game could just stroll on by, and I would be very happy indeed. I want this to be the most uneventful game in Football Manager history. Unfortunately, that's not happened, as we've already had 2 yellow cards, which is not good. And here's a chance for Bilbao here. Are they going to put it in? Muniain's there. That's not. Is that the same Muniain? Muniain, is that? Or am I thinking of someone else? Anyway, yeah, as you can see, we're a lot deeper. I might pull them out of this soon, this idea, because we can spring this lovely counter, as you can see. Here's Ericsson, who's not the fastest in the world. I know it's a bit dumb, me playing him out left, but I don't really have much room at the moment, and the game seems to say it. He says, oh yeah, he's fine, he can play out on the left if you really need him to, so I was like, okay, fine, and he can bang one in as well, so it works for me. So here's he's given the ball away several times now. We've only had a few highlights, but the move has broken down each time with him. Hopefully Lloris will be able to continue his good form. We saw it in the Liverpool game. The game only said 6.9, but he made a few great saves as well. Ooh, and nearly a chance there. Floated across the face of goal, excuse me. Here's a chance there for Sabine here. Alderweireld going in, confident tackle. And at the moment, Bilbao, well, they're steady, but they're not scoring. I was going to say something else then. Apologies if you can hear the rain in the background there on the window. We're having a terrible storm at the moment. Here's Lamela. Ali, and we're going backwards now. Lofted into Wanyama. He's got to lay... No, I was going to say lay it off, but in fact, it's a lovely goal. He's turned on that, almost Ali-like, and slotted it home. And that is 1-0 on the night, 4-0 on aggregate. That is surely now game, set, and match. Even Football Manager with its ridiculous comebacks cannot surely mount this one. They would have to score 5 now to win this game, and considering I think we're unbeaten for the best part of 2 to 3 months, I really don't see that happening now. I will pull them out of, in fact, let's get this instruction right as well. Yeah, let's go normal, back to normal, because there's no need to be so negative, and here's a chance maybe to make it 5. It is Harry Kane. Lovely finished, emphatic, and a nice ball by Ericsson as well. And, that really is game over now. Absolutely no chance at all. Zero possibility of Bilbao getting back into this. And, I can relax now. Sit back in my chair and enjoy the second half and not have to panic, hopefully. Right, I think let's bring on Sydney Sam. Let's give some of our players a rest here. Let's give Lamela a rest. Okay, here we go then. Let's go into the second half and, just as I say, enjoy it. Give Sydney Sam some much needed match fitness as well, because he, as I say, hasn't been playing very well lately, and as such kind of just fell out the team. The problem is I've got only one spot up front now. This is the real headache, where I've got Harry Kane scoring, Mauro Icardi scoring, and one spot for them. Now, I'm not changing the formation or anything. I mean, why would I? I mean, it's done me so well so far. And as I say, we're unbeaten since December. But I don't want to play them both. I mean, theoretically, I could play Icardi, wide maybe. But again, I wouldn't want to do that. It just seemed a bit daft to swap it round. It just and not to mention as well, the game would get on me back about that, because the amount of times where I like tweak a formation or play a certain player, and the game goes manager in absolute catastrophic, error or something like that. And it's like I made one minor mistake. Anyway, chance here for Harry Kane. Is this potentially a hat-trick? I can't remember. Who scored the first goal? I think it was... Let's have a look anyway. He's on penalty. So this, to make it 3-0 as well as the first leg. We haven't been very good at penalties. Oh, Confidently, says the commentator. No, it's a brace for Kane. Confidently, well, he got away with that. That was just about the worst penalty he could have possibly taken, but it's gone in nevertheless, so that's fine. And that is going to be game over then. So a fairly successful video, I think, though. We're into the next rounds of the FA Cup and Europa League, and at the moment, nothing can stop us. Absolutely flying. I think we have, I think that is the record now, or the game continually tells me we're breaking records. Let's have a look at it. If we go on the social feed, I just want to show you very quickly. Everyone's very happy. Tottenham may have won, but the manager still looks clueless. Bloody hell. Bit much. Holly Hill. That's not a real name. That's a pseudonym. Sam Allardyce might be getting back into football apparently. Yeah, it says here it's going on about unbeaten streak still. Now I don't know if that's just following on from our current run, but or whether that's another record entirely. I don't know. What was that about? Griezmann, huge transfer deal following scouting mission. Oh right. Oh yeah, City have been interested in Griezmann for ages, but they should have done this last month when the transfer window was open. You know, you'd figure. Right, let's have a look at the Europa League draw then. We've got this to come here. So next video will be the EFL Cup. We'll be doing the next round. Sorry, the final, I should say. This is the next round draw. So let's see. There's still some big teams in here, plus Leicester. You got Monaco, Mönchengladbach, Fiorentina, Inter in all capital letters because they're shouting now. Manchester United, Nice, Porto, Zenit, Celta Vigo, called Vigo for some reason. Let's have a look then. Who can we get? There's Lyon versus Fiorentina, Inter Milan versus Celta Vigo, Leicester versus Fenerbahce, Monaco, Porto. Ooh, that's a replay of the 2004 Champions League final, that is. We've still got plenty of teams in here. Mönchengladbach, Schalke, Feyenoord. No really easy game there. Mönchengladbach versus Zenit, Feyenoord versus Tottenham. Feyenoord then. I think that is that Dirk Kuyt's team, if I recall. Am I getting that mixed up? Let's see. Yeah, Dirk Kuyt. And Tony Trinidade de Villareina. Please tell me I'm saying that right. Or something. That is an incredibly brilliant name. Let's see how they get. Well, I unfortunately haven't actually loaded Eredivisie, if you're wondering. But they seem to be going on okay. Then again, they've had an indifferent run so far. That looks like they've lost more than they've actually won. But look at that. They lost to Krasnodar at one point there. They've got some good players. I can never say his name. Elkhero Elia. Am I saying that right? They've got a Kitchen. Brad Jones. I mean, if you can't beat Brad Jones, then we're screwed. Anyway, that's going to be at a later date. In fact, it's not. It's kind of soon, actually. But next, we have the EFL Cup final. That's going to be against Sunderland. Really looking forward to it. Please do join me. That is the next video. So that should be out tomorrow, hopefully, or in the coming days, depending on what my schedule is like. And yeah, I'll hopefully get this one out as quick as I can. So until then, thank you for watching. Please like the video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.